lot of things I saw in my 35 years of military intelligence operations that makes me to be depressed. If you see me, sometimes when I talk, it's because of depression. I'm highly depressed. I will also tell you another, not a secret, because it's been a long time. We also, during Babangida time in Kabacha, we have this method of keeping our weapons, huge weapons. We have it was like a policy. We have a way of keeping them with the manufacturers for maintenance and for keep in a very conducive warehouses, because some of the military equipments are very sensitive, like missiles, for example. You can't just buy missiles, and bring them to Nigeria and keep them in one store. If you do that, the missiles are going to depreciate. So we have some depot in France. I won't mention specific type of missiles and the companies. We have some depot in France, specifically around Bordeaux. And we have some in Milan area in Italy, where we keep very sophisticated, huge weapons, But what is important in this case was that I went to, because I was covering Italy, so I went to a company they call Fincantieri to see how well are we maintaining this, are they maintaining this? I'm talking about artillery pieces, armor tanks, horse whizzers, 105 horse whizzers, and so on. And the Italians were telling us that, come, this thing has been lying here for so long, and our demurrage then was thousands of euros, and it's like we may not get these items except we pay the demurrage. We also have some helicopters, in Italy, all these anti-submarine helicopters and so on, because during the civilian era, during Shagari time, we were very ambitious. We were leading Africa. We bought the most sophisticated warships, NNS Aradu, that's Nigerian Navy ship Aradu. We have the frigates from Britain. The Aradu was from Germany. I commanded the Patron 3 fast attack craft with missiles and so on. We were very ambitious. So it is very, very disheartening, very depressing to see what these politicians are doing today. I feel depressed, I can tell you that I'm having what they call post-service traumatic disorder, because when I see the of billions that this country has, it makes me sad. That's why immediately I left the military, I went into academics just to keep myself busy. It's a very sorrowful thing when you see what Nigeria does with their defense budgets. I can talk on and on, but there are some that I cannot say on the air today, because it's not going to go well for this country when people find out what they do with their defense budget and how they share the money. There's what they call the budget oversight responsibilities. The budget oversight responsibilities by the Senate. So the Navy can say, okay, we want a particular warship, this class, to be able to perform this particular role. Everything we go through, first reading, all those process, then by the time the money is released, somebody will just hijack the money and say, why do you need this? It's too sophisticated. Can we maintain it? Meanwhile, the money has been released. Everything has been discussed. It was agreed. Money released. Then they start querying the Navy. They will start querying the Navy. Why do you want this? Now they will say, okay, instead of going to, I'll give a very sorrowful example. The best country that can give us Super Dvora and Shaldag, those people that are in the Navy listening to me, we understand these terms, are Israelis. And I facilitated that process. We're supposed to get 2 class of ship that we call the SAR-4. You can Google all this and see how sophisticated and how advanced those ships were. And after all said and done, they collected the money and simply went to Turkey. Some who just carried the cash went to Singapore, some went to China.
What?
Start buying Chinese ship and all these horrible things you are saying that we cannot maintain today. So it's a very sorrowful state. And you feel like crying, or you just feel like leaving this country and just go quietly somewhere and sit. These people that are in governments in the past years they're supposed to be tried for treason. Supposed to be tried for treason, condemned, and they should shoot them at the stake. These things are worse than you can never know. You are a journalist. Things are really bad. The corruption is horrible. And the people that are there, sometimes when I look at them in the face, I wonder whether they're actually Nigerians. I believe some of these things they are foreigners just here to destroy this country and go away. Because I don't see any Nigerian that will do what I've said. I don't want to mention names on air, otherwise I mention names of minister of this, minister of this, minister that just stole money and disgrace our country. How can the Israeli be begging me to help them to beg Nigeria to come and take what we have paid for?
Wow.
And they will not take it, and it's there. When I went to Fincantieri in Milan, in Italy, and I know people, I don't want to mention names as well, because some of them are in Abuja, they may not understand, they may not be listening to your program. They were begging us to come and take our armor tanks, our 105 horse wheeler, that's the artillery pieces, and so many, the ammunitions and so on. And they say, oh, I don't want to also mention the Minister of Defense then. You understand? They said that it's too expensive, that we can't afford it. We can't pay the demurrage. And so we would rather leave those things there.
Forfeit it.